Hi, welcome to howtod&d. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I have a guest with me, John Shackle. And we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5e and player tactics or tips. And this particular tip is loot the bodies.
Woo!
It is one of the most common phrases used in Dungeons & Dragons, and that is, once the battle is finished and the monsters are dead or the NPCs are dead, you loot the bodies and check what's actually on their body that you can use. And one of the things you try to avoid doing is looting the body in the middle of combat.
Unless it has some tactical advantage, which we'll go into a little bit later.
Okay, but I would say as a general rule you will find that players will not find that very helpful and they will get annoyed, particularly if you're just thinking, I want to just get stuff for myself first. But there are a whole bunch of reasons why you should do that. Searching the bodies or the enemies for treasure so that you can get useful things that you can use, like armor, weapons, any kind of new items that you don't already have that you could utilize, gear, money, gold is really helpful too. It becomes less useful later on as you level up gold, but if you've got a really clever dungeon master, they'll figure out how to use your gold up. That's not going to be an issue. Yeah?
Yeah, Fred hasn't learned that yet.
Oh, well...
in some places.
In some places, but not all of them. Is there anything you want to say about looting the body, John? Because I know you're an expert in this field.
Oh yeah, no, I loot lots of bodies, especially because Fred keeps putting them in front of us, so we keep looting them.
That's right.
As I was saying quickly before, the only time you'd want to loot a body in the middle of combat is if it has some item that you saw it use. Good example, a wand, or something like a necklace. Something that would help during combat to make the combat go quicker. Good example, if he used a wand of magic missile, you pick it up and then you can use it on the enemies. That's probably more acceptable because the party knows what you're doing and it makes it quicker.
And when it comes to searching something, even if you don't think the slain enemy would have anything on them,
still do it anyway.
Search the body anyway. I know a lot of people think, well, okay, there's no point searching a monster for anything because it's got no pockets. It's not wearing clothing. But sometimes you'd be surprised there might be something on that monster. It's not very common, it's quite rare, but NPCs, things with clothing and pockets will often have something that will be valuable to you. Monsters rarely do, but sometimes they do. So it's still sensible to actually check to make sure they do have nothing.
You never know, you could find a 10-foot pole on a 2-foot creature.
I think that's unlikely. Is there anything else you'd like to add, John?
It's always best to, one, just loot the bodies and also check the bodies to make sure they are dead. The worst thing you would want to happen is, you think they're dead, and at the end, when you're looting them, they wake up and they're very angry that you're looting them.
I just happened to be one of those NPCs that's really important, and the dungeon master didn't kill them off when they reached 0 hit points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could suck. I would say also too, when it comes to searching the bodies, it's not just about gear, weapons, armor, treasure that would be important to you. You have to remember that sometimes there's going to be really important clues on the bodies, such as maybe a letter, a diary, a book, a journal, maybe a tattoo or a symbol or symbolic piece of jewellery, or even maybe a trinket of some kind that might point you in the right direction so you can complete your goal or your quest or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And if you don't look, you won't know that it's there.
Yep.
Yeah. When it comes to things like gold, remember that gold will allow you to buy new weapons and armor. It will allow you to upgrade your spells if you need to scribe your spells into a spell book like a wizard does. And there are other classes that use gold for other purposes that will increase the number of spells they can cast, creating potions, creating scrolls. If you've got a dungeon master who will allow potions and scrolls to be made in your game, you can use it for that. Starting up a business.
Turning all your equipment into gold.
So yeah, the Midas touch, right?
Yeah.
The Midas touch. Look, is there anything else you want to add? I think that's pretty much covered everything I wanted to say.
No, that's pretty much just be thorough. Sometimes you will need to make a dice roll, sometimes you won't. just trust that if there's something meant to be there, it will be there. If there's nothing, don't worry about it. You'll probably find it in its layer later on.
Yeah, and the treasure hoard.
Yeah.
Or hidden somewhere behind a secret panel.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have to say on looting the body. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Look, if you have any questions about looting the body, put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer those questions. And till next time, John,
Keep rolling those 20s.
I'll see you later.